This was Hawaii before colonization. As you can see, it was really beautiful. Hawaiians were really happy too. And this was their tribal flag. Fishing their own food was part of their culture, as well as dancing. As you can imagine, everything was perfect. Until in 1778, an American captain, James Cook, arrived to Hawaii to spread their religion and ideas. But as the years passed, more Americans started to settle in the region of Hawaii. They started to gain influence in the Hawaii economy, especially in sugar production. They were slowly growing their power, weakening the Hawaiian monarchy. Even though Hawaii worked hard to protect their independence, American businessmen pushed for laws that benefited their own interests. Then, in 1893, US soldiers kicked out the Queen of Hawaii. Many Hawaiians were protesting strongly but peacefully, and it still didn't work. It then happened when in 1898, the United States eventually annexed Hawaii, officially taking control of the islands. And even though Americans gained control, not all Americans supported the takeover. Some politicians, writers, and citizens in the United States spoke out against it, saying it was unfair and they were violating the Hawaiian rights. But still, that's how Hawaii became part of the US territory for decades. America continued influencing their values, rights, laws, and religions. This was the new Hawaiian flag with American colors. In 1959, Hawaii became the 5th US state. And although Hawaii was already an American country, Native Hawaiians held on to their identity. Keeping their language, traditions, and the pride survived. Real Hawaiians said, "In your face, America." It was like a war, but not a war like a war of bombs and like deadly stuff. No. It was kind of a competition war, like who can have more territory and that kind of stuff. That's why Hawaii didn't end up getting destroyed by Americans. Because all Americans wanted was territory, not war. Hawaiians were not really happy with this, but still they couldn't do anything about it. They learned how to live with an American lifestyle. As I said, it wasn't a war, but many people died from new diseases that were brought by Americans. Sadly, Hawaiians' native language got banned. It got banned in schools, it got banned on restaurants, it got banned everywhere. And for some reason, Americans still got guilty after all they did, so in 1993, they said sorry for invading the territory of Hawaii. But the sorry didn't matter and it didn't change anything because the damage was already done. As in today, Hawaii never got independent from Americans. And right now, Hawaii still faces inequality and judgment. But Hawaiians don't seem to care about that judgment because they're trying to revive their native language again by teaching it in schools. And that's it. That's how Hawaii got colonized by the United States of America. Next up, we have the reflection question, which is why is it necessary today to critically reflect on nations or colonial pasts? For me personally, I think it's really important to understand the truth of history, specifically knowing the both sides of the story, in this case, the colonizers and the colonized. It's also important to know what had to happen for us to be in this situation. In this case, Hawaii. Like what Hawaii had to go through or why everything happened how it happened. That's it for the reflection and for the video and for everything. Finally, I finished.